Hello people, so today I'm going to be filming a book haul. Technically it's not like a real book haul because I only bought a few of the books, but some of them are from the library. But I figured, you know what, they're books and I'm going to read them. So you know what, we'll just call it a haul even though technically I don't own all of them. But maybe if they're really good, I will buy them. So, who knows. A little side note, I recently started a blog. Huh, cool. I will leave it in the down below bar thing. I recently just started a blog. It is called Emotionless Mess, and yeah, basically I've uploaded like 2 things so far. The first one was kind of like a get to know me sort of thing for anybody who didn't know about my YouTube or didn't know me that well. And the second one was a book review for one of the books that is in this haul. So yeah, I will link those down below if you want to read them. That'd be really cool because, you know. First, I'm going to show you the 2 that I've read thus far. The first book is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Wait, there's a tag on here. It's throwing off my chi. Do not mess with an OCD book nerd. Here we have A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I'm not sure how you say it. I say Maas. This book is all about this 19-year-old huntress named Feyre. When it starts out, it's kind of like her family's in poverty and she basically hunts for food. She goes into the woods and she kills a wolf, and a light creature comes to take her from her family to basically pay for killing their wolf. She basically only knows about these fairies from legends. Like danger kind of comes for, there's like a lot of danger in the fairy land, and yeah, she has to help them or leave them, you know, to be destroyed. So yeah, I really enjoyed this book. I actually heard about it from the second book that just came out, Court of Mist and Fury or something. I'm not sure what it's called, but I heard about that one and everybody was talking about how it was so good, and I was like, well, if I'm going to read this series, I need to finish the first book, obviously. And I just so happened to go into Walmart and I saw that this book was there, and I was like, you know what? I've heard enough about this book. I need to read it. So this book was just like so fantastic. Not to mention, I love the cover art. Like, oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Really enjoyed this book and I highly recommend it. Like 5 out of 5, like 110 out of 100. Like, this book is just amazing. So highly recommend that one. The next books that I have are actually poetry books because I love poetry. I just got this one the other day and I finished it in 50 minutes. It is Dirty Pretty Things by Michael Faudet. I'm not sure how to say his name. I'm really bad with last names. I love the cover art, first of all. Like, can we just admire this? It is, so essentially it's just like a bunch of like really short and then some longer poems. I love this. I have a few favorites. I think I'm actually going to make a blog post about some of my favorite poems, but first I want to finish the 2 other books that I have, which I will get into in just a minute. This book I wouldn't recommend for like younger audiences, I guess. I mean, it depends on your upbringing, I guess. If you are, you know, you don't have a problem with like kind of erotic poetry, kind of like, you know, sexual things, then fine, you know, whatever, go ahead and read this. It is a little bit on the more erotic poetry side, so if you are younger and your parents wouldn't want you to be reading that kind of thing, then I wouldn't recommend this book. But obviously if you're a little bit older or if you don't mind, then this is a really good book and I loved it. So definitely like 5 out of 5. Like 18 Years by Madison Kuhn. I'm not sure how to say her name either. I'm terrible. Yet again, cover art, back cover art. I love the illustrations in this book. I'm not sure who actually makes the illustrations, but they're fantastic. Let's see. The cover and illustrations is by Laura Supnick. That name sounds really familiar. It's by Laura Supnick. I love this so much. The cover is beautiful and I love the poems. I've seen some of her stuff, especially on Twitter and Tumblr, and Madison has even sent me a few of them. But I haven't read this one yet. I'm loving this. I'm so excited to start this. I just love the way the poetry is like super emotional and like kind of like personal. I don't know, more than like, you know, a book is personal, yeah. Poetry is just like super poetic, I guess. It's just kind of like takes your feelings into literature in like a whole new level, and I'm really excited to read this one. Yeah, from what I've seen, it's going to be a great book, and I know Madison has read it and she really liked it, so I know it's going to be great, so really excited. It's one that I'm actually in the middle of right now, but it is taking me a while because I started another book while I was reading this, but it's really short, so I could probably finish it in like 2 minutes. But it is Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur, something like that. Yet again, love the illustrations, love the cover. I love the feel of poetry books, and the smell, it's amazing. These ones are actually super duper short, like versions of the poetry, but I'm so excited. It's gonna be great. I'm going to show you the book that I'm reading currently, and this is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas again. This one I am only about a little less than halfway through this. I started it like yesterday maybe, or like 2 days ago. Yeah, I started it yesterday, and it is basically it's about this girl Selena Sardovian, I'm not sure. It's about this girl. She's basically an assassin, and she has been kept prisoner for being an assassin. She basically works in the mines, and then one day the prince wants her to be, she is chosen to like train and then like battle as the king's champion, and like basically go with the king for like 4 years or something, and then she will, if she does this, then she will have her freedom after these 4 years of fighting with the king. So yet again, like, it's by Sarah J. Maas, so I know it's gonna be good. Like, I just know it. It's so good so far. It takes forever to read every single book that is hyped up, but Cinder, oh my gosh, by Marissa Meyer. Cinder by Marissa Meyer. So highly recommended by like everybody ever, and I know it's like a spin-off of like Cinderella or something. I don't know, I've seen that a lot on like Pinterest. I was looking for books and I was like, I've seen so much about this book. Cover, I didn't actually read the inside cover in the library. I just like grabbed it. I was like, yeah, I need to read. I've been like in such a reading mode lately, like full on bibliophile coming out right now. Like, I'm freaking in love with this. I'm so excited to read this book now. Definitely has that like Cinderella spin on it. By Marie Lou is the next book that I have, and I have heard a lot about this book. I think I tried to start it once and it was kind of slow going, and I actually stopped reading it, and I'm not sure how it's going to be. I just kind of picked it up because I was like, oh, you know, it's another hyped up book that I should really read, and I don't know, but whatever. And I just decided to get it, so I think it's going to be good. But we'll see. I think that this looks really good. I'm actually really excited. I know I tried to read it a really long time ago when I was younger. And that is it for my tiny little book haul. There weren't many books in there, but yeah, I need to get cracking on some of those so that they can get back to the library. Like, I've been super into booktubes and book blogs and just everything books right now, like Goodreads and like Instagram blogs on Instagram. Instagram blogs have been my best friends right now. Like, literally, I am in love with them. They're like my favorite things. So if I'm posting a lot of book videos lately, that is why. I am not becoming a booktuber, maybe only slightly, but yeah. So if you liked book videos and you want me to do more of them, then give this a thumbs up, and also comment down below what you are reading currently, or one of your favorite books, you know, whatever. Comment down below. Book things. I love talking about books. I love books. Books, oh my gosh. Yeah, and if you're not subscribed and you'd like to be, I upload, right now it has not actually been Tuesday and Friday, which is really weird. Usually I upload Tuesdays and Fridays, but right now I am just uploading whenever I feel like, and I'm embracing it, and it's just feeling amazing. So I hope that you guys are liking my videos. I upload usually once or twice a week. Like, I don't like usually skip a week. I upload at least once or twice a week. So yes, I will see you guys in my next video. Love you. Goodbye.